Now, the first time that I took a Molly was 2012. My homie said, bro, this is the highest you ever will be. And I was kind of scared at first, but I took it. And about 30 minutes later, I felt something, but I didn't feel what he said I was going to feel. I felt like he piped it up a little bit. And one reason could be because it's a new drug and I don't know what feeling I'm looking for. And another reason could be because I didn't take enough. So I took another one, a big one this time. And 20 minutes later, everything changed. I'm in the middle of my block, right, busting a trap. And the sun is going down, so the street lights is coming on. And if you ever took Molly before, you know what I'm talking about. But the street lights is so bright that it feels like the sun is out. And by this time, I'm feeling good. I mean, better than a human being should be feeling. So I start looking for my get high partner, Neef, my man who I took it with. And just so happened, he's looking for me too. Like, bro, we cannot take this no more. It's too good to be true. All that. Now, when most people take Molly, it tends to make them feel like a genius or a smarter, more confident version of themselves. It motivates you so much, like nobody can turn you down. The fear of embarrassment, the fear of failure does not even exist. And this feeling can be more addictive than sex. A lot of people I know that take Molly did so to increase their drive of chasing money. But the mental effect of it intrigued me so much that me and my homies started doing research on it. Now, here's what I found out. Now, if you're any familiar with neuroscience, you probably already know this, but there is a neurotransmitter in our brain called dopamine. Now, picture every time you laugh, every time you smile, every time you're happy, a chemical shoots out of our brain. This is called dopamine. Now, when you take Molly, it's like turning on a faucet with all of this dopamine shooting out. This is why you're in such a good mood or you're stuck on happy. But wait, dopamine is not unlimited. It can run out. Every day you need to eat, you need to drink, you need to build nutrients so you can get more dopamine. So if you're taking Molly for a week straight and you come down off it, this is why you're in such an irritable mood. You're so snappy and mean because you abused all of your dopamine storage. Now, another neurotransmitter that this targets is serotonin. Serotonin also affects the mood, eating, sleeping, and other functions. But more importantly, it affects hormones, sexual arousal, and trust. This is why when you're on Molly, you will tell someone a secret that you would never tell anyone. You're so trusting to people because serotonin elevates your mood, it elevates empathy, and it widens your perspective. So when people tell you a deep, dark secret of themselves, you're not judgmental. You understand. Now, on January 1st, 1990, George Bush announced the start of the Decade of the Brain. And what he meant by this was the federal government will lend significant financial support to neuroscience and mental health research, which they did. But what he didn't anticipate was the beginning of an era of mass brain fascination. And that 30 years later, scientists will be trying to compact genius into a bottle or a pill. Now, another pioneer of mental enhanced drugs is no other than Bradley Cooper. Yes, the star of the 2011 hit movie Limitless.
See that guy? That's me. My excuse for looking like this? I'm a writer.
Eddie, maybe it's time to let the writing go.
But just in case you think nothing ever happened to me.
Eddie Mora!
Hey! Tell me about this book. Well, how much have you written of it?
Not one word.
Well, I suppose I can help you with that.
You know how they say that we can only access 20% of our brain? This lets you access all of it. They've had clinical trials and it's FDA approved.
All right, just out of curiosity, and that's all.
I was blind, but now I see. A tablet a day, and I was limitless. I now had cultural appetites.
Since when do you speak Italian?
I finished my book in 4 days.
I'd like to renegotiate my advance.
Math became useful.
From 12,000 to 2.3 million in 10 days.
I'm baffled by this guy. So, Eddie Mora, you do know you're a freak. What's your secret?
Medication.
Now, when he took the pill in the movie, it made him more smarter and more capable than anyone else in the world. And the movie was actually good, but it was an unexpected hit. Because what it did was mainstream an idea that was already taking place between biohackers and neuroscientists. Matter of fact, in 2011, before the movie came out, NZT, what they call the pill in the movie, is like a sort of replica of modafinil. Modafinil in 2011 had 650,000 prescriptions. After the movie, by 2012, it had 1.9 million prescriptions. Now, people in the streets want to feel good and smart just like this too. But we are not going to get a prescription of modafinil. We're going to look for the Molly Man. Now, it's funny how similar these drugs are to Molly. Now, we're about to talk about the bad part of having the perfect brain. Now, first, let us understand this. Anytime that you put yourself in a situation where you need to depend on drugs to succeed, you are destined to fail. That same energy, that same motivation for life that I boasted Molly give you is the same energy and motivation it will take from you at twice the cost. Now we getting into tolerance, where you have to buy more of the same drug to get the same high. And the high is very good. This is why people tend to spend it having fun or getting money. I told you sometimes you don't even want to have sex because you feel like you might blow your high. That's how deep it is. You want to remain focused. And the ironic side effect of extreme focus is tunnel vision. Now, you may think that's good because tunnel vision can be useful when you're trying to concentrate on one particular thing, but it causes you to neglect your minor responsibilities. This is why after a month of taking Molly, you look up and the refrigerator is empty, the car insurance is late, the rent was due yesterday. It's like a binge drug. It make you just want to run off with somebody and forget all of your problems. And you could leave your problems at home, but one thing for sure, they're gonna be there when you get back. Now in 2013, when I got back to Philadelphia from AC, I came to the conclusion that this drug that I believed was helping me win was actually destroying my body, slowly but surely. I couldn't walk, I couldn't move without exerting a lot of effort. And I knew that my body would withdraw somewhat physically, but mentally, it took me on a roller coaster. I mean, my brain was so scattered, I was so unmotivated, so uninterested to do anything that required movement or deep thinking. The exact opposite of how Molly made me feel. And it's crazy because my direction on life became unclear. I started thinking like I don't even want to hustle no more. I don't want to sell drugs. And that might sound like a good thing, but at the time it was a bad thing because bills don't discriminate. They don't care what you're going through right now. They don't care how they get paid, legally or illegally. Now, next week, I'm going to tell y'all the story of how detoxing got me at 3 to 6 upstate. But it's your boy Swartz, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment, and all that, y'all. And oh yeah, say no to drugs.